Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are going to start something new. After a little bit of thinking about it today, I decided I'm actually going to give Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 a shot. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of roleplay on this one, so I'm going to, put on a different accent and kind of, create a little character and all that kind of stuff for actually doing this. So instead of using my, what I was playing on this one, I'm going to create a new game here. And we're going to call this one Bubba's Fix-It Shop. There we go. And we're going to go with normal. First play, no, we're going to deny because we've done this already, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Howdy, y'all. This here's Bubba. My proper name's Richard Alexander George Montgomery the Third, but most folks call me Bubba. That's a bit of a mouthful. So, people ask sometimes about where my accent's from, and it's kind of a little bit of all over the place. Kind of grew up in Georgia and Louisiana and a little bit of Mississippi, Alabama. My father was an oil contractor, so he'd kind of go all over the place and set up all different kind of oil rigs and all that kind of stuff when we was growing up. So we kind of moved around all over the place, and that trend's kind of continued as I've gotten older. And me and the missus and the kids decided we didn't want to live out there in the stinky, sweaty parts of the country anymore, so we moved out here to the desert. It's still hot, but at least it's dry and we don't have to deal with the humidity. So I got myself a little car shop here. Did quite a bit of car fixing back in Georgia where I was living before, and figured I could put them skills to use out here in the desert as well. So got this one, and we're gonna go inside today. I'll kind of show you around here a little bit, and we'll get started. It's kind of a little bit of a mess, I guess, at this point. We got ourselves a little car lift here so we can do some basics and jack the cars up when we need to. Guess we got a bit of a bus here sitting in the garage. It's a bit of a mess in here. Last guys must have been a hoarders or something. I have to clean this up at some point. Got some gas canisters and all different kind of stuff here. It's a mess. If they left their toolboxes, must have been in a bit of a hurry to get out of here or something. Left their tools and everything all lined up here. Guess they kind of kept those in a little bit of an order, but it's a bit of a mess here. So we're gonna go ahead and I guess get started here. See what we can do as a first job here. Let's see if we got some customers here. So let's see here. Let's do this one. We gotta do some other tasks. They've kindly provided a list of stuff for us to do, so we're gonna go ahead and pull. Oh goodness, this is a rust bucket. Let's go ahead and we'll pull this inside in the jack stand there. Put it up on the car lift here. See what we can get done today. Check and see what all they've got going on here. So we had to change the brake fluid and the coolant and power steering and the windshield washer fluid. It's not too bad. Started off with a grand total of $4,000. So I guess we're not gonna do too awful much at this point. Let's go ahead and we'll drain all the coolant out of here. Get all that old nasty stuff out of there. Whew. Bit of a mess. Let's go ahead and back here, and we'll do the same with the windshield washer. Now there's really a whole lot in there. Whoops. Make a bit of a mess here to start with. There we go. I'll go ahead and take that out of there. Whew, dirty. Alright, let's see what else. We got the brake fluid we gotta change. There's a brake reservoir on this old hunk of junk. There we go. Where's power steering? Power steering. Let's get the power steering out of there. There we go. Power steering, and take the brake fluid out as well. There we go. Alright, then we can go ahead and take the caps off of these, and we'll fill them up again here. Put some brand new stuff in the system. Nice and bright red there. Get that all filled up proper like. Alright. Go ahead and we'll work on the brake system here. Put that fluid back in. Just a basic fluid change for our little car here. Yeah, put another splash in. There we go. Always good to have the right amount of brake fluid. Helps with all that stopping when you're going too quickly. Put some coolant back in the system here. Always important to keep them engines cool, especially out here in the desert. They get hot pretty quickly. Alright, and the windshield wipers. Whoop, oh no, yeah. Let's put that back in. There we go. Alright, Bubba's making a mess here. Take the cap off. There we go. Alright, and put ourselves some windshield washer fluid. It gets a bit dusty out here in the desert as well, so important to keep that windshield washer fluid reservoir all topped off and ready to go. Alright, well, that's all the basic fluids change. Let's take a look. That's everything they wanted, so we're gonna go ahead and finish the order here. $175. Made a profit of about 120 on that one. Not too bad for a few minutes work there. See what else we got here. Brake system. And oh, hey, we got a story order here. Let's see. Gotta change your oil, some other tasks. Let's see here. I was just passing by and noticed your repair shop. It's good that somebody took care of that old ruined petrol station. The car that I'm coming with today is quite a recent purchase. It was used on a daily basis. Condition is rather okay. It'd be good to check the oil levels and tires. That should be no problem for you. If you manage, then perhaps this won't be our last meeting. See ya. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that then. And we'll see what, oh goodness gracious. This thing is dirty. Alright, well, let's go ahead and move this inside. Put that thing on the car lift here. We'll see what all we can get done. Brake pads, fuel pump, oil filter. Gotta change the air filters there. Change tires. Change your oil. Brake fluid, power steering, and windshield washer. Alright, well, I guess let's go ahead and put it up on jack first, and we'll change the oil on it. Get that out of the way. I think that'll probably be the only thing I really got to do up here at the high point on the lift. Go ahead and move our oil stand there underneath the car and get the oil drained out of it. Whew! There wasn't very much in there, and I think you've been driving around on about a half tank of oil there, buddy. It's a wonder your engine ain't falling out the bottom of it. Alright, let's go ahead and take the oil filter off out of the bottom of it here. We're gonna need to add that one to the shopping list. It is out of life. 9%. Whew! Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll run over to here, computer. Get ourselves an oil filter. There we go. Oil filter. There we go. Or V8. Alright. Let's get that. That $15 for the oil filter. That's not too bad there. Go ahead and put that back on. Perfect. Oh, nice and shiny up there. Perfect. Alright. And let's see here. Got the oil filter changed. We'll fill up the oil. That should be everything that I need to actually get into the engine. So we'll go ahead and drop this thing back down to the low working point here. And go ahead and put the oil back into the engine here. Whew, she's a mite rusty, sir. You might be needing a little bit of a tune-up here, a little sooner rather than later. Out falling apart on you. That fan looks like it's about to let go, and you end up with the fan through your radiator. And ain't nobody happy when a fan goes through the radiator. All sorts of issues with that sort of thing. Radiator isn't cheap. Alright. Add that to the to-buy list. And then we're going to have to change, let's see, we needed the fuel pump. That's going to be in the back by the gas tank. Let's take a look back over there. There we go. Let's jump back. Oh my goodness, them wheels are bald as a billiard ball. Let's add that to the list here. Take that one off. Go ahead and take these tires off here. We're gonna need a little bit of amount of penetrating oil there. Get them bolts off there. Those things are rusty. Not that that's much of a surprise, of course. This thing's seen some better days. Let's go ahead and we'll take the wheels off this side as well. At least these five have got kind of shiny plug bolts there. Take them wheels off. I have to take them over to the tire changer here in a moment and swap the tires off on them. Need to use more penetrating oil here on the on that lower bolt there. Take that one off. Oh my goodness, and brake pad's about to fall off. Alright, we'll take that one off. Shouldn't need any brakes for the back there. They look they're in halfway decent condition. It's a wonder you get any traction on them tires. 17% health between the rims and the tires over here. It's a wonder you ain't drifting all over the road like the sand in the tumbleweeds. Take the brake caliper off here because we're going to need to change the brakes on this side too. 14. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's take a look here. Fuel pump, 2 brake pads, round air filter, and 4 tires. Change of fluids. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll go over to the computer over here. Take a look at our shopping list. We're going to have to get ourselves an air filter. And a fuel pump. There we go. And then let's take a look at the brakes here. There we go. Grab ourselves a couple sets of brake pads. There we are. And we're going to need some tires. So let's take a look at what we got in the inventory here. Rim basic, 215, 75 R15. Alright. Take a look at some tires here. Transmission. We're going to have to go to the tire store. There we go. Alright, 215. Standard tire. Well, they got all sorts of fancy tires on here. Let's take a look at our inventory again. Basic rim and a 215 75 R15. Alright. Take a look. Standard tire. And we're going to look for 15. There we go. 215 75. Oops. There we go. We want to get 4 of them. Whew. It cost him a pretty penny. There we go. Alright, we can take these over here to the tire changer. No, not the balancer. There we go, a tire change. Go ahead and take these off of here. Looks like the tire changer's seen some better days too. Everything appears to be in halfway decent condition though, so we'll go ahead and take these things off here. Standard tire, there we go. Alright, go ahead and take these all apart. Looks like we got a couple of new ones sitting around the previous owners must have left behind, so I think I could actually use those, but no such luck. Under construction. Guess they thought they was gonna be adding some stuff there, didn't quite get around to it. All sorts of things undone here. Let's take the last one apart. There we go. Gonna leave the rims alone because the customer hadn't asked for any new rims, but we're gonna put some new tires on here. Alright. These things back together here. Perfect. Go ahead and take that one off. While we're letting that one run, we'll go ahead and balance this one. Perfect. Take that one off. We'll take this one off of there. Kind of put all three of them, get them all done, bing, bang, boom, quick as we can. Efficiency is the name of the game. There we are. And take that one off there and be able to put 4 brand new tires back onto this thing. There we are. Brand new life on them tires. Can't say so much for the rims, but when the customer says they just want tires put on them, we're just gonna put tires onto them. Go ahead and we'll do the same thing to the back here. There we are. And then we're gonna have to come up to the front here and put some new brake pads on. There we go. Put some nice brand new 100%. Whew. You're gonna need some new calipers here before too long. Feel like this is probably gonna be a repeat customer. Always like them customers to come back, so try and do our best here at Bubba's Fix-It Shop. Get everything fixed up right and proper as much as we can afford to, and do the job right the first time. Let's get over here and put this other one on. There we go. Put them brake pads on the front right side here. Them bolts back on. I tried taking that off without taking off the tire one time. It didn't work out so well. Always gotta take them tires off before you can mess around with the brakes on the backside. Got my hand stuck in the middle of it, got it all busted up. Wasn't a very fun day for old Bubba. Gonna put our new fuel pump in the backside there. Alrighty. And let's check our order here. Just need to put on the air filter on the front of it, put some oil in, change the brake fluids and the power steering and the windshield washer fluid. What's going on here? Come up front, we'll put that air filter on there. Whoo, she that's pretty. It needs a little bit of polish. Alright, and then we go ahead and just got the fluids to change. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll take out the caps, put the fluids in here. Put the oil in the front. Whoa, whoa, what's going on here? I think we might have overfilled that. Let's go ahead and check the dipstick here quick. Oh, yep, got a little too much there. And it's kind of about as full as we can get it. Whoop. Take the old stuff out first. Bubba's getting a little confused here. Other tools. There we go. Let's drain that fluid out of there so we don't mix the new stuff in with the old stuff. There we are. And let's go ahead and do the same thing with the power steering here. Just faster if we take all the fluids out first. There we go. And we can put them all back in all at once. Obviously in the different containers. We don't want to put everything all in one container. That'd make a bit of a mess. Alright, got that in. Let's go ahead and put our brake fluid back in here. Got 3 and 4 brake steering. Brake fluid, brake steering fluid, all different kinds of fluids in this thing. There we go. Don't want to fill her up too far. Power steering fluid. And put that in the power steering container. There we are. Alrighty. Go ahead and take a look at our checklist there. And we got everything done here. Customer should be happy as a clam. There we go. Perfect. So with our work today, we've made about $1,200. That's not bad. We'll take a look here, see what other things we got. Got a normal order here. Got a couple things to do on that one. Brake problems. Let's go ahead and take that one. Ooh, this one's not too bad. Not a lick of grease, or not a lick of grease. It's probably got some grease on there. Not a lick of rust on the outside, at least. Go ahead and move this thing over to the left. Take a look at them brakes. I bet you there's some rust on them. Go ahead and inspect this thing here. Oh my lord. That module is going to need replaced there. Looks like we got some brake calipers there. It's going to need some fixing on them. Brake pads in there. Hang on here. There we go. We'll need something with the brakes there. Probably the calipers. What else have we got over here? We got a lot of work to go on this one. Alright. Take a look at the suspension here while we got her up on the jack. Looks like everything's in pretty decent shape as far as that one goes. Go ahead and take this tire off though. Whew, nice rims on this one. One of these days I'm gonna have to get myself a new air drill. Oh my goodness. Brake pads is okay, but them rotors, they have seen better days. Add that one to the shopping list there. There we go. Take a look on the other side here. And we take these bolts off in any order that we want, but if we're going to do it properly, things have got to go back in a proper order. This one looks like it's okay, so we can just put this one back on. And put this like a star shape. So you put the top one in, and then the bottom left, and then the right arm, and the left arm, and then the right foot. Make sure your torque's even all the way across the sides there. Take a look at our tire over here. No, it makes a bit of a racket, but there's something kind of calming about them old air hammers taking off the parts there. I'm gonna need some brakes for back here too, my goodness. Left these things for a little too long. Alrighty, and we're gonna need another brake caliper. Go ahead and take that one off of there. Brakes look okay on this one though, so. Alright, so we're gonna need a brake disc. We're gonna need a caliper. We're gonna need pads. Let's take a look at our list here. We're gonna need an ABS pump as well. Caliper, 2 pads, and a ventilator brake disc. That back one's probably about due as well. Caliper, couple brake pads. There we go. Alright, that should be about everything we need from this side. Let's go over to the electronics here and we'll get ourselves an ABS pump. There we go. Whew, that's cutting into the profits a little bit. Wouldn't be proper to send the customer back out though without the proper functioning things on their car. So we'll put these things back on. Good brakes on the front here. There we go. Put ourselves the new brake pads and calipers on. Top one. Left leg. Right arm. Left arm. Right foot. It's like doing a hokey pokey. I already done all of everything on this tire here, so we're gonna move on to the back here. Put our brake disc on. There we are. Then brake pads on. It looks like that one's okay. Go ahead and put a brake caliper back on there as well. And put that rim on. Put your head in. Put your right leg in. Left arm in. Put your right arm in. Put your left leg in. And the wheels go all around. Get my songs all confused there, but that's okay. Wheels on the bus come falling off if you don't follow the proper procedure for putting your bolts back in. When you come to Bubba's Fix-It Shop, we want the wheels to stay on your vehicle after you take it back out. Bubba's gonna fix you up right. Alright, let's change this ABS module here. Take that one off, it's still good. That pump on the backside there, that is gonna have to come off. What a mess. There we go, put a brand new shiny new one on there. And put these in. And get that pressure on there properly distributed. There we are. Take a look, make sure we don't have anything else. We got them all repaired. Go ahead and finish that order. Excellent. Yeah, about an extra $400 or so. That's not too bad. See what other orders we got here. I even got one more here. Hi, my name's Joanna. I was referred here by my neighbor. He's a car dealer. I hear that your repair shop's been up and running since quite recently, but you look like a promising mechanic. Well, thank you, ma'am. It's almost annual service time. My buddy doesn't seem to have any problems, but I'll leave that for you to decide. Please change the oil, filters, and fill the missing fluids. I haven't had time for that recently. John mentioned that there was tapping in the camshaft. I don't know what he meant. Perhaps it'll make more sense to you. Please take care of my car. Have a good day. Tapping in the camshaft. Whew. That's going to take a little bit of engine work. We'll go ahead and take that one. Camshafts. We're going to need a little engine work there. Let's go ahead and put this thing inside. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get myself a couple tools here. Had to leave my OBD meter back in the old shop when we was moving. I think probably be a good thing to get one of them here, but whew, things is pricey. Compression tester. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a compression tester. Made enough money to be able to afford one of them. Fuel. We can go ahead and get ourselves an electronic meter there as well. Tablet, that'd be handy as well. Let's go ahead and get a tablet. That way we can do all of our purchasing from right there next to the car. Yeah. Let's do that. Get ourselves a little upgrade and take things on and off a little faster. Alright, there we are. Go ahead and put this thing up on the left here. We'll take a look and see what's going on here with our little green friend here. Take a look at this here engine and see what we got going on here. Looks like there's a bushing out there, a little rubber bushing down there in the bottom of the suspension there. It's gonna need fixing. About all we can see. Oh my goodness. Yep, that suspension is gonna need some work done to it. Definitely got those two. They're gonna need some fixing. Go back to our normal mode here and start taking this thing apart here. I'm gonna take the ignition coils out of the top of it here so we can get off the valve cover here. Oh my goodness. That camshaft is rusty as the old tricycle used to sit out in my backyard. Alright, well, I guess we know what's knocking underneath the hood there. Joanna, we need to do a little bit more retune maintenance on your car. He's in a little bit of bad shape there. That camshaft's not supposed to be rusty like that. Let's take all the timing gear apart here. Oh my goodness. Take them idle rollers off the back there. Take the serpentine belt off. Crankshaft pulley off the bottom of it here. All that's got to come off before you can take the timing cover off of it, so perhaps that's why the maintenance wasn't done on it. A bit of a hassle sometimes to get all this stuff. Oh my goodness, Joanna, who's been doing the maintenance on your vehicle? John is gonna need a bit of a talking to. I'm gonna take that off. I need some new idler rollers here. I suppose I should be putting all this onto a shop for this one. Take it off. There we go. Take off the cam gear here. And take off camshaft caps there. Enough of those to give you a headache. A little bit of speed bump from a new ratchet wrench coming in handy. All right. Let's go ahead and can put that on the shopping list with our new tablet here. We can take this back to the main shop here and open up our shopping list. There we go. Just buy things right here from the car where it's handy. Alright. Put them bearing caps back on there. Camshaft caps. Camshaft caps. There we go. Sorry. Wrong thing. Fist caps are down on the bottom. Jane asked for a new one of those, so let's go ahead and cam gear. There we go. Alright. I one of them quickly. Put a new one of them on. Add that to the list. That's why it would have been helpful to buy all this stuff when I was taking it apart. You don't have to do it one piece at a time. There we are. Gonna need a new serpentine belt. And a new belt tensioner. Go ahead and put that one on. There we are. Alright, now we put the time cover back on. Tighten up them bolts. Make sure we're distributing the pressure evenly in there so we don't get our gaskets all pressure wrong on there. Serpentine belt. Let's see here. That one's still good enough. We'll put that one back on. Put your idler roller back on. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. Belt tensioner. Gonna need some brake pads. Gonna need an ignition coil. Oil filter. Got some rubber bushings in the back there. Gonna need some work done on them. Some spark plugs. Let's change them as well. Got some other parts here. We're gonna have to take a little look on here and see exactly what's going on with the rest of the parts there. Take a look at them spark plugs there. Take them out. Woo! That one's a mite rusty. That one's still good. Oh, that one's got to come out too. Alright, put that one on the list as well. Spark plugs, we're going to go up to the electrical section for that. Them spark plugs back in. Joanna can't go anywhere without all of them in there, so best put all them back in. Alright. Go ahead and put our engine head cover back on there. Do the same thing here. Make sure we put our bolts back in the right order so that we're distributing the pressure properly across the top of the engine head here. Valve cover gasket all bent in correctly. Putting in the wrong way here. Still got a couple of these. Are still good enough to go back in there, but we're definitely gonna have to buy a new one. Finish coil. There we go. Joanna, this here repair is gonna be costing you a pretty penny. Ought not to leave your maintenance for so long before you get these things replaced. Alright, that don't look too bad here. Go ahead and take a look at our brakes here. Oh my goodness, we're gonna need new brake pads. New brake rotors there. Brake pads, I can't quite see them yet. They look a little rusty from here too. Caliper's still in good condition at least. Oh, them pads have seen better days. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up our handy tablet here. Brake caliper's good. We'll leave that alone. But we're gonna go ahead and get a couple brake pads here. Hurts to buy a couple extra if you got the money. Go ahead and put those back on here. Put our caliper back on. You won't be sliding off the road anymore. Put your head in. Put your left leg in. Put your right arm in. And your left arm in. And your right leg. Shake them all about. There we go. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, yep. Them brakes are gonna have to take a look at the brakes on this one as well. Definitely gonna need to get some more brake pads. Them's in bad condition. And new brake discs as well. That's why you buy an extra pair. Calipers is still in good condition, so I'll leave those here. Go ahead and put the brake, put the tire back on. There we are. Alrighty, there's that one. Let's take a look what else we got here. We're gonna have to replace the brake pads on the back and the oil filter. Full rubber bushings. Let's go ahead and mark those. We can get to them easy. Go ahead and switch to the taking off portion here. There we go. Take that one out. And that one out. Where's the other two? There they are, and in the back there. Alright, let's go ahead and take that one out. My lord. There's a bushing that's been needed change for a little while. Have a neighbor Pete down the road lose one of those things, just about had the wheel fall off one day. Go back to our shop here and take a look at the suspension bushing here. There we go. Go ahead and get a 5-pack of them. We got a little extra money. Mama always says if you got food in the pantry, you got clothes on your back and a roof over your head, put a little something by for when you might not have it. There we are. Go ahead and put this last one in here. Alrighty. Go ahead and put our little friendly green machine up here and change the oil in the beast here. Take the oil out of there proper like, otherwise the government's gonna come around and have a problem with my car shop. Lord knows we don't need that. There we go. And go ahead and put a new oil filter on there. I just got a couple brake pads and a new oil. And the fluids. Take them calipers off. Oh, Joanna. Just wonder you ain't gone off the road into a ditch. And brakes wasn't going to stop you for very much longer. See yourself a tumbleweed running across the road, mistake you for an antelope. Next thing you know, you'll be sliding off the side of the road, can't stop. No brakes to bring this thing to a halt. Alright, let's go ahead and go into our tablet here. We'll clear out our search parameters. Ours has a couple extra brake pads here. There we are. Put them bolts back in. For too long here, Joanna will be all ready to go. Uh-oh. Gotta put them in the right order here. Suppose it doesn't matter whether you start with your head, with your feet, or your arm, or whatever, but you gotta do them in the right order. Calipers is different. There's only two of them, so. Alright, let's go down to them picks. Let's go ahead and put this thing back down. Go ahead and change the brake fluid here since we've been in it. Change power steering fluid as well. There we are. Well, ain't hardly got any fluid left in her windshield washer. Brake, coolant, power steering, and windshield washer. All the fluids. Alrighty. Go ahead and start taking off the caps here and putting the right fluids back in. Power steering. Let's go ahead and put our windshield washer fluid back in so Joanna can keep that windshield clear. She's driving down the road with her, well, not brand new exactly, but properly functioning vehicle. Put some coolant in. Keep that engine cool. Well, as much as an engine can ever be cool when it's running. I've seen these things heat up to boiling. Go ahead and put some brake fluid in there now as well so that she can stop properly with all them new brake pads we're gonna put on the vehicle. I don't want to fill up too far now. There we go. That's just about perfect right there. And last but definitely not least, we'll go ahead and put the oil in. Come a long way from Daddy mining this thing out of the ground to putting it into a car. There we are. Alright, that's got all the fluids changed. We'll make sure everything's done on our checklist here. It looks like everything's done just right there. Oh, we're going to put a timing cover back on. Wouldn't be very good to send this thing down the road without a timing cover on it. Let's put the cam gears back on. Well, we'll fix you up right, but sometimes you gotta remind me to put everything back on the car. There we go. I think that's everything we took off of it. Got the oil filter back on. Got oil in the machine. Got all of our fluids back on. Looks like we got everything put back together. There we go. Alright. That was a tidy little something there. Not too bad for our first day's business. That's going to be it for Bubba today. Take a look and see if we can get anything more off of our off of this here. I'm going to get myself a OBD scanner. Makes diagnosing the vehicles just that much easier. Alright, y'all. That'll be it from Bubba today. I'll see y'all next time. Alright, everyone. Well, that'll be it for today. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you like Bubba. And want to see more of what's going on here. And I will see you all the next one. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.